What is good, you guys? Back with another video today. You see the title, we'll be talking about the dinosaur hoax.
This person needs a sock for their microphone so bad. It's like they're breathing directly into it.
Now,
There's nothing
I know
funny
you
about
guys
the
have
tools of
probably asked
capitalism.
yourself,
Finally, someone says it.
like, what is the thing with dinosaurs? Like, you see them in museums, you hear stories about them, you see movies about them, everybody's seen Jurassic Park, myself included, but where is the real history behind them? All we know, all they say is they were from millions of years ago, they were wiped out. And it's still undecided about what they were wiped out. They say meteor, they say climate change.
No, it's considered a variety of factors. There was a meteor, as the hypothesis goes, that hit the Earth and then it
There's
kicked
nothing
up
funny about the tools
a
of
ridiculous
capitalism.
amount of dust and other particulates into the atmosphere, which led to climate change that was catastrophic to most species on the planet. So you're taking two factors of one event and separating them out into multiple things as if they were, different events. Mr. Spath with 100 bits. Remember Nephilim Free? This guy is Nephilim Free energy. I don't remember Nephilim Free, actually.
All this stuff, all this bull crap. But I'm here today to tell you it's all cap. All hats off, caps off. You know, it's just another lie to deceive us. And there's really two reasons why. The first reason is to prove evolution, which I will get into later in the video.
Hey, good news! We have plenty of evidence for evolution that's completely divorced from the existence of dinosaurs. You don't need dinosaurs to understand evolution. It's a real thing, so as much as any information about reality helps you learn about other things in reality, sure, but let's say we never discovered that dinosaurs existed. Let's say fossilization, for one reason or another, just never occurred on planet Earth due to some geological factor that's different in this hypothetical. There's no fossils. We have no idea of knowing what animals existed on the planet prior to us having, historical evidence of certain animals. If we're talking about like mammoths or whatever that there might be some record of. I don't know. You get it. I'm talking about cave paintings. My point is this. If we didn't know dinosaurs existed, we would still have the understanding that evolution is how life diversifies. That's something that's understood outside of the understanding that dinosaurs existed. Like, Charles Darwin didn't go to the Galapagos and go, wait a minute, dinosaurs existed! This means evolution is true. No, he went and he was like, oh, look at these birds on this island. Look at the birds on this island. Looks like they're related. It looks like they have different adaptions based on the flowers that they're eating out of. That's interesting. And he was able to develop, the theory of evolution through those observations. Not only that, but of course that's just talking about Darwin, not the subsequent over 150 years since those discoveries. You don't need dinosaurs to understand evolution.
And then it's to show that, because how they say dinosaurs were here in like millions of years ago, 220 million years ago, oh, the bones date back, blah, 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 million years ago to the blah, blah, blah era. Like, they're saying that because they don't want us to think that we were here years ago, because either way, if you believe in the Bible, you believe in dinosaurs, you believe in all this stuff that they tell us, and they force feed and they give to us. It basically says that we were here thousands of years ago. We were never here past a few thousand years ago.
I believe what's considered to be the start, roughly, of like modern human. I mean, you can always say, modern can mean a variety of things. If we're talking about modern history, we might be talking about the last century. But like when we're talking about Homo sapiens and recorded history, we're going back like 8 to 10,000 years in terms of us knowing about the civilizations that existed, in sort of the like Indus River Valley type places when we're talking about, that stuff. Human beings as a species, Homo sapiens, I think go back about 100,000 years, and prior to that there are precursor hominids. But yeah, human beings are a pretty recent development in terms of evolution. It's cool. But yeah, we're pretty new on the scene, as it turns out, in a geological timescale. The Earth is like 4.6 billion years old or something like that. I don't know when the first animal, the first living thing, whatever, developed, the first protozoa. No idea. But that's kind of irrelevant to the conversation we're having. It's okay to recognize that human beings haven't been here for the vast majority of history if we're counting all cosmological events in history. That's fine. That's just reality.
That's what they want us to believe, and that's one of the agendas the dinosaurs are serving. So that being said,
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Why do I think humans are the only sapient animal? I mean, do we know that? Dolphins are very, very intelligent. Elephants are considered very intelligent. Define what you mean by sapient. Let me look up the actual definition of sapient. I know sentient means, like, self-aware. Sapient. Wise or attempting to appear wise, relating to human species. Doon, 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 doon. Is it about having, like, metacognition, basically, and being able to think about thinking? TubeMan642 says, but Hannah, don't forget about when the Eternals made the humans who went to the moon. True. Give me some of that Terrigen gas, please. Human level intelligence? Okay. I think that's... I don't know. Anything I say about this is going to be just a jackass's opinion. So why would you want to hear my opinion about why human beings appear to be relatively unique in the way we think in being sapient? Like, it wouldn't be an educated opinion. Why would I wouldn't feel comfortable giving any sort of opinion because it would be completely pulling it out of my asshole. I would be making up a reason without any basis, so I'm not going to do that.
dinosaur hoax. To this day, nobody has ever excavated a complete dinosaur skeleton.
Let's see if there are any, or at least mostly complete. What's the most complete fossil? That's what philosophy is, I thought, says Enreath. No idea. Because why else would we be here? I guess. But, you know, like, I can have opinions on, like, things that are layman opinions. Like, I can tell you Hans Wormhat's an idiot. Or I can, you know, but, like, actual discussions about, like, whether it's science or philosophy to be like, why are humans uniquely intelligent? Are humans even uniquely intelligent? Or is it just that we see it that way because we are humans and we see our version of intelligence as the supreme version of intelligence, whereas something like a dolphin, you know, just doesn't think in those terms. So, I don't know. We're a problem-solving species. It's our adaptation, basically. We're not a cheetah. We don't run the fastest. We're not, I don't know, an elephant. We're not really big and able to defend ourselves with our tusks. We're problem solvers. It's literally what we've evolved to do. And that requires a pretty complicated operating system, for lack of a better word, and it seems like consciousness is a good way of organizing that complex set of task-oriented goals. Oh, I'm hungry, need to hunt. Oh, I need to get more nutrition out of my food. Ooh, need to invent cooking, you know? It's because it's the way we have adapted, is our intelligence and problem-solving skills. That's the thing I decided to pull out of my ass, so there it is. Okay, Sue appears to be one of the largest, most expensive, best preserved T-Rex specimens ever found, at over 90% recovered by bulk. So Sue, probably in the upper, you know, percentile of most found intact fossil, and it's in the 90% range. That's pretty darn good. 90%, that's amazing for a fossil. So that's cool.
Hence, the various species of dinosaurs are all artists' imaginations. Before the 1800s, nobody has ever heard of a dinosaur, nor had anyone anywhere throughout the ages discovered a simple.
Why does audio all of a sudden shoot down? Does it go back up? Why is he so quiet?
And people who believe in religion in general are just fake Christians or fake Hindu or blah 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 because they're not show that because
yeah, he like goes down his audio levels. It's weird.
This is next. while not really knowing. You guys that will prove it.
Okay, I'm gonna skip to where the audio's
0.9% of the
audible
population
again.
wouldn't even listen to you if you brought up that video. But it's just a problem with stuff these days. Because you could go up to somebody and say, "Do you believe in God?" and they would say yes. And then you would ask, "Have you ever seen him?" and they would say no. But if you ask them, "Do you believe in unicorns?" and they say no, but they never seen it. What's the difference between unicorn and you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
We have evidence dinosaurs exist, right? Fossils. If you have a unicorn fossil that can be verified somehow, that's awesome, and you should definitely come forward with those findings. Until then, no, I don't believe in unicorns. However, there is a ton of physical evidence that points to dinosaurs existing, including the entire study of paleontology. So that would be the difference if you need an actual differentiation.
It's just a crazy world. I don't know what people are thinking these days. Nobody wants to ask questions. Everybody's following blindly, and if we don't clean it up soon, that's going to be the downfall of us. But that's a whole nother video. This is the next one I want to show you guys. That's what I was just talking about. It's fabricated. Like, they could just take bones from other animals. Like, you see this crocodile.
I wanna take one of these dinosaur non-believers and give him a bunch of random bones from different animals and be like, all right, you think that we can just put together random animals from, bones, right? Here's a bunch of bones. Do it. Put together a skeleton of a creature that you want to make exist. And just see him stumble for like 4 hours trying to figure out some way to put these bones together in a way that makes sense.
Crocodilian, assorted marine animals. They could literally take a whale and a shark and a crocodile and some other bones from like a hippo and call it a dinosaur. Like, come on, dog. You know how easy it is for them to do these. These are the elites we're talking. And this isn't even probably
This guy's
the elites.
getting put on the regular
These are probably just
conspiracy
like
list.
the lower level Masons doing this type of stuff to control our minds. Like,
Masons, if you have Freemasons, mark it off the list. Tucker White 94 with 20 bets. By the way, dinosaur bones weren't just found in the 1800s. Ancient civilizations found dinosaur bones. Yes, they did. The Royal Society named dinosaurs in the 1800s, but there have been dinosaur bones discovered long before that. In fact, they had been theorized to be where part of like dragon myths come from and some other stuff like that. Let me see, do I have Freemasons on here? Dang it. I don't have anything good on my card today. That sucks. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that.
If you've ever had
just easy stuff. Like, I could see how they pull this off. Like, come on, it's not even that hard to see. Dinosaurs now dated thousands of years old. Mainstream science cover-up results.
My source is this image macro I found on Google Images.
It became clear paleontologists were not just neglecting to test dinosaur bones, but were refusing to. Hugh Miller.
Don't we have Deep State from Anti-Semitic Guy? He never said Deep State once. You have to say Deep State.
Head of the paleontology group. Numerous C14 tests have now been carried out on dinosaur bones, dating back in the thousands rather than millions of years.
No, that's untrue. What are you talking about? Why are you dating dinosaur bones with C14 tests? Carbon-14 testing only works... It works by... It's basically carbon dating. You can't carbon date a bone that's millions and millions of years old. Carbon dating only works to things that are within 50,000 years. You literally would get nonsense results from C14 tests carried out on these bones. What are you talking about?
So what this is saying, that how they say, oh, these bones date back to the blah 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 era, all this. Like, no. They date back to...
Yeah, fossils aren't even bones, they're stone. Yeah, if you don't know, I imagine everyone does, but just in case. Fossils are not actually the bones. It's basically a process by which the organic material of the bones are replaced by stone over time. That's why they're able to last for millions of years, because it's literally rock that has just taken the form of the bone. It's very, very interesting.
A few years ago, it's probably the same animals that are running around your backyard right now. The same animals that run around your park right now, buddy. No, you know, like it's not millions of years ago, man. It's hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. The same animals that
You think dinosaurs are only hundreds of years old?
they're putting these bones in the museum are the same animals you can find in the local forest. Come on. The overwhelming odds are that most, if not all, unpetrified or even supposed petrified dinosaur bones in museum and university collections will show the same result. So what they're saying is all these things that date back millions of years are dating back not as long as they're saying. Like, no. It leads back to the hoax. It's the title of the video. Now this is another thing, like, how do they reproduce?
This is the kind of evidence I'm looking for, folks. If you're ever trying to dunk on me... Yeah. Yep. This'll do it. He's nailing it right now.
That's a question you guys have to ask. You guys have to start asking.
I actually have an answer for you. Spanish Museum. T-Rex. Sex.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
There's a Spanish museum that shows two. Here we go. Come on. Load. Tucker White 94, let's be honest, we all did this with our dino toys as kids. I mean, I didn't, but okay, cool. There's a Spanish museum that actually does have an exhibit explaining how T-Rexes got it on. So, yeah, we do actually have information, as far as we know, you know, about how dinosaurs procreated. I'm assuming that person wasn't asking honestly, because they're using memes as evidence. But here's your answer if you wanted to know how T-Rexes got it on.
Questions, have an open mind, because I'm not even big enough to get hate, but I feel like I literally have like 5 subscribers, but I feel like if I was
Wow,
big
that's
enough,
a literal link to a pornography website. I think that's a furry pornography website. I've been on Reddit enough to recognize that link.
would definitely be getting hate for the video, because people don't want to ask questions like, you mean to tell
There's
me
nothing funny about the tools of
dinosaurs that couldn't
capitalism.
even stand up like this without
Slow Dog 52, horniness, life, finds a way.
tipping over, could get over like this and reproduce? Like, are you serious? Like, look at this. Come on now. Are you serious? You think they're doing? How will they get back up? Huh? What is that? Are you
There's nothing
serious, bro?
funny about
This
the
is what
tools
they're
of
doing.
capitalism.
It's the freaky stuff they were doing millions of
Logarth
years
with
ago. I
20
don't think
bits.
so.
Wait,
Nope.
Scaly
Nope.
porn? Did I
Nope.
miss sexy
Nope.
dinosaurs? You
That
did.
makes sense to me, and it probably doesn't make sense to you.
Oh, the first page
Yeah,
is
this
safe
is
for
what we were
work. That's
talking about
good.
earlier. This is the slide I wanted to show you guys. Bird dinosaur missing link turns out to be fossil foul up. Now, let's forget that this is a foul up. Alright, let's forget that this is fake. Well, not really forget, I mean, you know what I mean, but yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that, but this is what I mean. They make it seem like they're trying to prove evolution through this type of thing. Like, they're saying like,
Not really. Even outside of, like, fossil record information, like, evolution is not... How do I put this? Fossils are an interesting thing that goes into studying evolution and how animals
There's nothing
have
funny
changed
about the
over
tools of
time.
capitalism.
Absolutely. But, like, it's not the bulk of the evidence we have in favor of evolution. It can be very important evidence, like, hey, let's look at what animals looked like millions of years ago.
There's
That's very
nothing funny
cool.
about the tools
But,
of
like,
capitalism.
we can look at those things in modern animals too, right? By sampling genetics and comparing them between related species, by looking at how animals who are in similar regions, again, like in the
That's
Galapagos
right,
where
capitalistic
Darwin did his
propaganda.
original study, looking at the speciation between species on the different islands around there. Like, you don't need the fossil record to show that evolution is true. Darwin did not use the fossil record. Like, fossils were just starting to be uncovered more commonly. I'm aware it happened before this. But after the Royal Society sort of classified all these things as dinosaurs, and the Bone Wars took off, that's when we started getting tons and tons of samples of fossils, right? But, like, that happened after Darwin had already published, you know? Like, you don't need it. It's great to have, because all information is good to have when you're studying something, but it's not like the keystone to evolution in any way, shape, or form. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits, dumb redneck voice. It don't done make sense to ma. It ain't done dare true. Okay. Doom Smoothie with 20 bits, going to apply this knowledge to my Transformers Dinobots fan fiction. And then Mitchell Drummer with 20 bits, the Bone Wars sound like Star Wars porn parody. True.
Like, oh, this is the missing link, so they can now they have evidence. Well, it's fake evidence, but that people believe is real evidence that birds evolved from dinosaurs, proving the evolution theory and all this, you know. And well, yeah, now we know that it's fake because look at this. And they're saying it's pieces from other dinosaurs, but we know that's probably not true. And
the bird-dinosaur connection was not hinging on one species. What are you talking about?
I don't even have a lot of information right now. There'll probably be a part 2 coming to the video once I get more info. But
like, the Archaeopteryx was not the thing that made people go, oh, hey, you know, some dinosaurs evolved into birds. There's a myriad of other things going on there.
Primitive bird, unverified leg pieces. Like, come on, man. It's not. Come on, man.
Ah, yes. The peer review style of, come on, man. Baha, do you ever read someone's paper in a journal and just want to go, come on, man? That XY girl with 50 bits. I actually teach my students these methods. Homologous structure, molecular homology, fossil record, comparative embryology, biogeography, observable evidence of bacterian species with short generations time, etc. Nice.
Come on, man. Like, let's ask questions.
The Joe Biden argument. Come on, man. Will you shut up?
Jurassic Lark. That's what they say. That's what it is. Look at this. All these articles. I'll try to zoom in. You guys can read it for yourself. It's bad quality. I'm sorry, guys, but you could probably read the gist of it. Pause video.
Right, but the reason this is news, whatever this is, for one thing, it looks like it's in a weird tabloid. But if this thing is based on an actual fake fossil, then it's newsworthy because it's a fake amongst true fossils, right? If every fossil was a fake, this wouldn't be a news story. The Bone Wars are full of a myriad of examples, by the way, of just this sort of thing happening after the fact, where someone would fabricate some sort of thing for scientific clout. It's actually very funny if you ever look into the Bone Wars. It's very interesting. Also, they destroyed a lot of fossils so their competitors couldn't get at them, which is messed up. People are gross. But, like, those things are notable specifically because they took place in an environment where people were finding actual fossils. That's what makes them notable, is that they were fabricated in an environment of real fossils.
Read the gist of it. 200 million year old dinosaur fossil exposes Victorian fake. Dinosaurs.
Why are leftists so afraid to debate Ryan Dawson? Who the fuck is Ryan Dawson? I don't even know who that is.
A hoax. 100-year-old fake. Skeleton proves fake. Museum dinosaur exposes. Like, come on, it's not a conspiracy theory. Stop saying that. It's not. Prize dinosaur is a hoax. Same bones you're finding in the museum, you could find in your backyard. You could find in that fish you just ate. Those are dinosaur bones right there. That meat you just ate, the bones that you just spit out of that chicken. Oh, those are dinosaur bones. You might as well go sell them to a museum and get rich, cause
no, chicken bones and dinosaur bones, as it turns out, are different bones. Fun fact.
That's what
you can tell because of the way they are.
They're doing these fake bones, man. Staff at the National Museum of Wales discovered that their 100-year-old Ichthyosaurus fossil was fake when they cleaned it one day. The fossil was just two different animals fused together with artificial bone. What did I say? What did I say?
Anti-cultural degeneracy is in the is in the bio of this Dawson guy. Oh, so he's a Nazi. Cool.
Fossil fraud. Dino hoax. The greatest hoax ever sold. And it is because people believe
Technicality, chicken bones are dinosaur bones. Just because some birds evolved from dinosaurs doesn't mean all birds are dinosaurs.
it. You mean to tell me they have all these dinosaurs?
Who's Destiny? Destiny's a dummy who got his Twitch partnership revoked for advocating for violence. Like an idiot. What an idiot.
And first of all, the dinosaurs you see in the movie, that's not even what they look like. That's what they think they look like. The T-Rex, if it was real, probably didn't even look like that. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's really just bones, man.
All birds are dinosaurs? Okay. All birds, dinosaurs. I believe you for the record. I'm just checking. Are birds dinosaurs? Life science. I'm just not sure how the classification works. Modern birds trace their origins to theropods, a branch of mostly meat-eaters on the dinosaur family tree. What do sparrows, geese, and owls have in common with the velociraptor or the mighty T-Rex? All trace their origins to a bipedal, mostly meat-eating group of dinosaurs called theropods, beast-footed, that first appeared around 231 million years ago. During the late Triassic period, the earliest birds shared much in common with their theropod relatives, including feathers and egg-laying. However, certain traits such as sustained powered flight distinguished ancient birds from the theropods and eventually came to define modern bird lineage, even though not all modern birds fly. Today, all non-avian dinosaurs are long extinct, but all birds are still considered to be true dinosaurs. In a word, yes, birds are living dinosaurs just as we are mammals, said Julia Clark, a paleontologist studying the evolution of flight as a professor with the Department of Geological Sciences at the University of Texas, Austin. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know they still classified it that way. Apologies.
And it's just fake and plaster. And this is the last part I want to show you guys before we wrap the video up, because this will blow your minds.
In 1842, Sir Richard Owen of the British Museum's Natural History Department hypothesized about dinosaurs, calling
How do you hypothesize about dinosaurs?
You have bones that you're like, wow, look at these big giant bones. I wonder what these are for. And then you collect a bunch of the bones and you figure out what they are. That's how you hypothesize. You look at the bones and you go, I wonder what those bones are. Hold on. These bones, what are these bones? I don't know what these bones are. They're like normal bones, but they're so big. They're big old bones. Whose bones are these? That's how you hypothesize about dinosaur bones.
Wouldn't you discover them? Listen.
Dinosauria, 12 years before the first dinosaur fossils were ever even discovered.
What's
No. Dinosaur fossils had been discovered long before that. They weren't called dinosaur bones because the term dinosaur wasn't coined yet. But the society, what are they called? The whatever society. They had a collection of these bones prior to naming them dinosaur bones.
top of sketchy heads
Royal Society. That's what it is.
scratch him? What type of thing is that? How would you hypothesize about it 12 years before they were discovered? That's how you know it's fake. And I would believe he was a Mason. They probably planned this out, which they definitely did. Watch this.
The first fossil
Look what
that
they
was ever found was actually after
Look what
they
they're doing.
came up with the idea.
You see those old rusty bones, those brown bones. They make you think it really was from millions of years ago.
What? These are castings taken of the real bones that they're now preparing to be shown in a museum. Because when you go into a museum and you see the, dinosaur skeletons, they're modeled off real dinosaur bones, but because obviously these million-year-old, fossils, they're fragile and they're rare, so they don't want them to get destroyed. So they make castings of them, meaning they make molds of them, and then they make replicas of the bones to put out in display for the public. Because as someone in the public, you're going to get the same experience of seeing a replica as you are of, you know, the real thing. It's not like you know the difference in the first place. It provides the same experience while also keeping the actual things safe from idiots in the public. So, yeah, it's fine. We know that. We know that dinosaur fossils that are publicly displayed are replicas. That's a thing people know.
No. They got the spray paint straight from art class. I was just spray painting last week. They got the spray paint. They could, oh my goodness. You, oh my goodness. How easy it is to fake this type of thing, bro. I might as well just make my own dinosaur bones.
Please, try and make your own dinosaur bones and see how that goes for you. I'm sure people will very much take them seriously.
At this point. My goodness. Look what they are doing. Look what they are doing.
They came up with ever found was actually after they came up with the idea of a dinosaur.
And they put this in the museum. You say, Mama, look at that. Look at the dinosaur. No. Stop telling your kids that's a dinosaur. Nope. 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 It's plastic, 3D printed.
Next
Stop
thing
fooling
that happens
yourself.
is
Look
that
what they're
foot
doing.
is glued on, and I say foot rather than
There's
feet.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Amoramiku with 20 bits. How could Copernicus hypothesize about the Earth revolving around the sun if he couldn't see space? Checkmate physics.
This is a single foot. This is a slab
Look
and
what they're
counter
doing.
slab are split and separated and glued in place to make it look as though there were right and left feet there.
Look what they're doing. Those are those, they say, oh, we found fossilized shells dating back millions of years ago. No, you did. Those shells were dating back to last Tuesday when you 3D printed them.
That's a good rebuttal. Paleontology? No! That's solid.
Stupid, who you think you fooling? They're not fooling anybody with
It's
this.
a clever use of materials. You know, if you're limited, you take a single foot and turn it into two. You know, very, very creative.
Or resort to creating fraudulent fossils as evidence for evolution, then there must be no proof.
Exactly. Thank you, my British friend. There's no proof. That's why they fake it, because it's not real. It was never here in the first place. That's why they fake it. You know when someone lies to you and they make up all these stories to back it up, and when you find out the lie, it's like it was never true in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to let you guys know. You know, I'm trying to help the community because I have access to.
I gotta help my community. Should I volunteer my time to help raise money for a charity, or donate to a charity, or help hungry children, or help build a public playground? No. Go on YouTube and tell 73 people that dinosaurs aren't real.
Stuff that a lot of people don't. It's knowledge. You know, this is just something that we all need to know, because if we keep staying in slavery to these people and everything they tell us, we will never be free.
Believing in dinosaurs is tantamount to slavery is not a take I thought I'd have to hear this week, but here we are.
And with that being said, this is Enox with another video, man. Thank you so much. I know you guys probably don't watch the end. This is boring. Drop in the comments what I should do if you're still here. I might put.
I still don't know who the
music
fuck
in the
Ryan
background to
Dawson
make
is,
it,
by the
or
way.
try to tell more jokes or do something. Because I'm holding back on the jokes because I feel like this is a serious topic. But, you know, just tell me what I should do to make my videos better if you have something against them. But this 100% straight facts. And if you don't like it, go watch something else, man. If you're not ready, come back later. Go watch something else. Go watch Mr. Beast or go watch all those distractions. This is real stuff right here. And this I guess you could say this is a distraction because you should be focusing on yourself right now. But if you ever want to know the truth about history, this is the stuff that was really going on. This is what's really going on. No dinosaurs millions of years ago, that's cap. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by. And I'll see you next time. Drop in the comments what you think I should do for my next video. You know what it is. I'm out.
That guy reminds me a lot of Hans. He's like Hans, but with a worse microphone. We'll revisit him at some point, though I'll try and vet it for, hopefully at some point he gets a better microphone, because that was from October, so maybe at some point he got a better mic, who knows.